Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. My name is Carlos. Today, we're going to be reviewing another volume session, beginning a periodization block of higher volume, where we structure the volume to the purpose of progressively reducing the volume and increasing the intensity over the coming weeks and months until we reach a point where we're doing the heavy max PRs again. So this period of time usually takes around 4 to 6 weeks. And what I'm doing is basically 5 sets per exercise, striving to do 12 reps in a very fast cadence. In other words, on the isolation moves, we don't take more than a minute, usually 45 seconds. So those 5 sets are banged out pretty quick. Don't take more than a minute and a half or 2 minutes to transition from one exercise to the next. Now, this is a very different training system than going for maximum weights, PRs, and powerlifting. So it's, in a certain sense, it's like a vacation, it's a break. My body is healed. Like in the last few days, I completely forgot that I had a shoulder pain, that I had a knee pain. I forgot all of that. I woke up one morning and it was just like, okay, I feel like brand new. Why? Well, I brought the weights down significantly. Also, the incorporating of the cardio for the purpose of breathing and fitness, not just burning calories or trying to, expend energy. It's not the idea of the cardio at this stage. It's to increase our VO2 intake, to be able to breathe better and to perform these fast, high-paced sessions, right? So this particular session was very easy. It's a typical volume session. We started out with biceps curls, 5 sets with 60 pounds. 60 pounds is not a very heavy weight. It's, we've been doing these things with 100, 110, going up higher in weights with the Z curl and all that. 60 pounds is pretty darn light. Now, if you do them super strict, get that pump in, do at least 10 reps, wait for 30, 45 seconds, another set, another set, another set, 5 sets, you're in the bag, it's done. Moved on to triceps extensions, the completely antagonistic movement to the barbell curl. Same thing there. 5 sets with a manageable weight, something that is easy to handle at first. You can do it. You're not going to failure. You're going close to failure, in those last sets. It's challenging. You have to, but it's not something that's going to leave you wasted. And it is productive. You don't need to take everything to failure on every single set forever. These are training blocks, these are periods. There's a time and a place for everything. Now, for muscle growth, it is true that you want maximum tension, maximum effort, and all of this. The problem is you can't sustain that forever. You can't do that like year after year, every single session, every single day you go to the gym and you're killing it, because then you will kill it. You won't be able to, function after a period of time. Most of the ill-conceived things that I hear on the internet are from people that have not spent years training. They're either in their first year of training, their third year, whatever it is, they're still kind of new to it. They're still hooked into a particular style of training, and they won't budge from that because that's what they're doing and that's what they have to do. But listen, man, after several years, you're not going to be able to perform at that same level, or you're going to stagnate. I've seen this, I'm following several guys on YouTube that were like, boom, they're going up in strength. They passed 450 on the squat. Now they're in the 500s and the 600s with the deadlift, but they've been there for like the last 6 months, making very little progress. And what do? They just double down and continue to do the same. Where they'd be better served by, okay, you reach this point, you're maxed out, you're plateauing, do a different training block now for 6 weeks, for 8 weeks. Just do things differently. Go high volume, try to do more reps, get more fit as far as your cardio, your aerobic capacity within the weightlifting scheme. Because this is all about, you don't want to go do CrossFit and doing marathons and this if you're into the muscle game. You want to make everything relevant to your progress. So even if you're doing a lightweight period block, the idea in your head is to get better so when you can do those heavy weights again. So if I'm doing like 60-pound curls, doing them super strict, I'm not going to be doing this thing for, always. My idea is to do 150-pound barbell curls, but not now. Later, when I get past this period. So okay, so after the biceps and triceps, got into the some shoulder moves. Doing it very light because of my torn pec, and probably a little bit too light. You know, just doing a plate and a 10 kilo here behind the neck, bringing it all the way down, doing this exaggerated range of motion. It's not like this. All that works. All that, partial, everything works. But for this period of time, absolutely exaggerated, humongous range of motion, trying to get every single muscle. It's not the most efficient way to build strength, but that's not what we're doing right now. We're doing mobility, we're doing balance, we're doing hypertrophy and other things. Then we went to the rear delts. This exercise, what can I say? It's probably one of the most beneficial, most neglected exercises out there. You want to build up the rear, the rear delt. And, once you get into the groove of doing it, it becomes kind of easy. I was doing those with pretty heavy dumbbells in my power block. And now it's between 20 pounds and 40 pounds. Just stay there for now. Got those out. I think I did 6 sets of those. Like, it's either 5 or 6 sets on most exercises, minimum 5. Same thing, fast. Just bust them out. Just bust them out. Bust them out. Now, the interesting thing with this particular training block is that I leave my power moves for last. This is completely backward to what you would do in a power training block, because you don't want to be fatigued when doing your heavy weights. But since I am not doing my maximum effort and I am strong at those power moves, I leave them for last. So this is what I do. I go through the isolation moves. I do, the medium type compound moves like the shoulders. And then I do my pump moves for the back. Say today was back. The close grip pull down. Just really focusing on the back and contracting and getting everything just squeezing just so. And then I go do my power moves. But I'm not doing free weights. I'm doing them on the Smith. Now, I was asked this morning on a Q&A thing, why the Smith? Why don't just do the free weight? And the reason is I do the free weights for the power blocks. And now since I'm doing hypertrophy, I want to focus on contracting the muscle with the most perfect mind-muscle connection possible. This is something that I deride when we're doing the power block. You don't mind muscle where you're doing 400, 500 pounds on the squat. That's not what you want. You want to have an out-of-body type of thing where you're not connected to the muscle. You're observing yourself as an outside, and you just move your body without really thinking about the connection, because it's a different mindset. You want the power. If you're focusing on mind-muscle, it's not going to work. Okay, it's not the best way to achieve power. But this is a different thing. You want maximum hypertrophy. You went through your isolation moves. You're like an hour and 10 minutes into the workout. You did your pump work for the back, and now when you did the Smith row, and just trying to really, really focus on bringing the bar into the belly, squeezing the lats, holding them for a second, extending all the way, and then squeezing again. Like really the most forceful contraction that you can muster. After 5 sets of those with a reasonable weight, I think I only did a plate and a half, which is 175 pounds. I was going to do 200 pounds, 225, which is what I normally do for the free weight. I'll do that next session. I'm not in no hurry. This was fine for today. And then the very last exercise, the Romanian deadlift. Kind of like a fast cadence, and keeping a time under tension maximum contraction with the deadlift. You don't do that with the free bar. You can get hurt. You don't do eccentrics on a deadlift. That's not the way you do them. But with the Smith thing, you can do them that way. So, with the RDLs, you're pumping. It's like a full body pump, like from neck to toe. It's the entire thing. It's the most awesome exercise. So that's how we finished off our routine. And let me tell you, because I'm filming this a few days after the workout, my teres muscle, like these, I'm not going to take my shirt off yet. I'm still a little bit iron body fat. We'll get there in a few weeks. My midsection is starting to show. I'm starting to clear up. Vein is starting to pop out. In a few weeks, I'll be a little bit less self-conscious about my soft, flabby physique. And I'll be able to show, the muscles exactly how they're being worked. But suffice it to say that 2 days after the video, my teres, my mid-rhomboids, my erectors, my entire back is still tight. It's got the DOMs, but not like the really severe DOMs where I can't work out. It's just an overall great feeling. And so I attribute that to the particular exercise selection, leaving the heavy compounds for last since they're not maximum weights. They're about 60% of what I usually do, so I can handle it and finish strong at the end of the workout and just mash all those isolated muscles into a big compound. And that was that. One of the best workouts, very easy, very doable, very simple. Just have to, fast pace. Never really understood that concept when I was doing power, because you're always doing like 3 to 5 minutes, 6, 7 minutes if they're top sets. So you're gaining, you're recuperating all your strength. In this phase, you want to go for fitness. You want to go for velocity. You want to go for the pump, more blood into the muscle, faster contractions, harder contractions. It's a different game. It's a fun game. It's a very productive game. And I advise all of you who are into this iron game for the long haul. Like if you're committed forever, like as long as you're in this life, you will be training. Periodization is where it's at. You want to do different styles of training that complement and have synergy within each other to make you a stronger, better lifter over time. Anyways, that's it for today. God bless everybody, and until next time.
This option is